And so the last section we have is the physical cage of structural control and behavioral engineering. And this is what they coin hostile architecture. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Well, I'm sure you will know what it is once I show it. I mean, you used to skateboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure you have experienced, colleague, hostile architecture.
Yeah.
As you can see here, it's a simple thing. Like if you ever skate,
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
If you ever skateboard and they want to prevent people grinding on a sidewalk or a railing or like a concrete, they'll put like these little bumps, these little bump things.
Well, not just a turn for skaters and scooterers, but also homeless people. So homeless people don't sleep on it.
Specifically, this bench is what you can see for that kind of stuff. But hostile architecture. Again, remember, everything isn't to take away choice. It's just to say, if you do, they're weaponizing convenience. If you do, it's not going to be convenient for you. You can sleep here, but you're going to have to sleep sitting up. You're not going to lay down.
Yeah, you can grind on that, but you're going to have to really somehow get over that hump so it creates a new challenge.
Right.
Or just completely do you could do a hard flip or a tray flip right over the bench.
It might make you a better skater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time I did a Christ air and I actually got crucified on the sidewalk.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it hurt. And then I just stuck to boneless.
Yeah, that's good. I just don't skate. But yeah, they'll put up other things like this. We have this device here that sends out sonic waves. It's to deter mosquitoes. But really what it does, it starts giving you headaches. And it starts making you feel irritable because they're putting out these sonic frequencies. But it's here to deter mosquitoes. But really, it's going to disperse, like it shows here, disperse the youth because you're going to start feeling this headache or annoyance. And you're like, I just don't want to be here.
I wonder if you look up what they call mosquito and it says something like bloodsuckers, parasites to our environment.
Right.
Any animal that is using other animals, moochers.
Well, they could. I don't know. I haven't gone that deep into the paperwork, but I do know that they use these sonic weapons. And you already know they have this technology. Look what they did over there when they went into Venezuela. Those people that were there, the Venezuelan soldiers, they said, I've never seen something like this. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I felt my head start getting swollen, and I felt like my head was about to explode, and I couldn't even move. I just fell on the ground. And what the government was using was these sonic weapons that what it does is it sends these microwaves and it starts causing just a little bit of heat increase. And that little bit of heat, because you have liquid here, if you ever colleague knows all about liquids and water and microwaves, it causes it to expand and it can explode. So you start feeling your head feel like it's going to explode. And they use this microwave technology that causes people to just give up. You can't even do anything. And
what happens if someone's already baked? Like when we were skating, we were already baked.
Well, if you get this massive headache, you ain't doing nothing. I don't care what you're on.
But we just lived with headaches a lot of times because most of us were malnutrition.
I don't think you guys would have ever experienced anything like microwave shot at your head.
We've experienced macro headaches.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is they use these sonic weapons under the guise of mosquitoes to deter mosquitoes, but really it's deterring you. If they don't want you somewhere, they can just put that. And then this last thing, which we've talked about all the time, is 15-minute cities. They curate a grid for your city. So proprietary because they want you to be controlled. They don't want cars to be here. They want you to walk everywhere so that they can bury you in. And we know all about 15-minute cities. So this is the last thing they do in structural controlling and behavior controlling is hostile architecture. And so when you combine all these things and you think about everything we were showing you today, you have to ask yourself, is your behaviors being changed? Is Larry Fink not just some prophet saying we're going to do this, but is Larry Fink just telling you straight up in your face this is what we've always done. Here at the United States, it's at BlackRock, but we are changing behaviors.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors.
Because, I mean, look at the Minneapolis. They have physical checkpoints. They created barriers. Like if they want you to only go down this road, what are they going to put up as a roadblock? Oh, I can't go this way. I have to go this way. So they're going to create hostile architecture to force you to go this way. You say, I don't want to comply to checkpoint. Well, you can't get out. They blocked all the roads. You have to go this way. And then they're going to do checkpoints. Show me your papers. Show me this. They can close down bridges like we talked about earlier. Yeah, show me your papers, which is the currency to cross the bridge.
They could even close down your bed. From our sponsors themselves, they sent me a video to put on here, and this was a hostile architecture in this man's own bed.
Whoa.
And he's feeling it. See, and you can tell. So you can tell this is old. So you can see it's moving right here. But watch, when change is seen, right here, you can tell they didn't want to put a real chainsaw there, so they made a fake chainsaw because they didn't want him to accidentally cut himself. But you can tell it's a fake chainsaw now. Look, it's fake now.
But they're putting out the illusion.
Yeah. Either way, though, he's not feeling good. He's like, man, it seemed like he ate something bad.
Right. But like we talked about just a minute ago, the hostile architecture on the low level is to deter homeless people or what they call that, solicitation and loitering.
Loitering. Yeah, loitering.
Yeah. And they don't want none of that. Businesses don't want none of that. So that's the base level. And then 15 minutes cities had to do with curating your control. But on the highest level, it's to curate public dissent. Protesters can't get to the spot they want to protest. Why? There's road barriers, there's ICE agents, there's whatever. They're going to use hostile architecture to force you to comply. And even if you want to be dissident, you can't. You can't do it. Now you can. Well, again, they're not taking away your freedom. You can, but you're going to have to go this way. You're going to have to go to the checkpoint. You're going to have to show us your papers, and then you can. And you're going to have to get your photograph taken. You're going to have to be put on a list. You're going to have to do all that. Now you can enter in.
Oh, this just in from our sponsors to say exactly what you're saying right now. Yeah, I mean, you experience that all at the toll booths and outside and everything, the hostile architecture and everything. And then you come home to this hostile wife environment. Your own home. You can't lay in bed. You can't even get clothes ironed.
Well, you deal with Saulhead.
Yeah, it's Iron Woman.
Wow. But looking at all of this is the feeling you have, and it's dire, it's dystopian, of structural control, but it's so sneaky. You don't even realize that you're living with it volitionally. The psyops are to trick you. The system doesn't care if you're tricked, though, because in the end, it just demands you comply volitionally. But is there a way out?
Yes.
You have to recognize the blueprints, which we tried to show you today. You have to recognize that convenience is the bait. Every time you take that default path that we showed in the beginning, the choice architecture, you are letting them tighten the bolts of your programmed prison. And the only way to opt out, like we talked about with that 2006 automatic enrollment, the only way to opt out before the option is completely removed is just don't opt in at all. Don't even get into the system. Because once you get in, there's going to be everything already automatic. It's like a perfect system. They just need you to get in. They don't care how you get in. They just need to get you in. Because once you're in, it's almost impossible to opt out.